2024 Silverstone United Kingdom Formula 1 predictions. Dad's back, young burger patty, Vilgax, ain't nobody want beef, back on the grill today. Here to deliver you some freshly unpackaged, whole beef, seasoned predictions. Last week, I don't want to talk about last week. Coming into the finale of this triple header, going to Silverstone. Dad's cooking up some shiest. Hopefully my microphone is not too low. I don't understand where its volume is going, but it's out of here. So I'm kind of talking loudly, trying to compensate for that. Technical issues out the wazoo, but Dad is here. Silverstone 2024. Let's kick it. Let's get right into it. And I've got a bit of a source for this prediction. Step 1 on today's agenda. I've got a Lewis Hamilton. I've got a Sir Lewis Hamilton pole position. Is what I'm feeling. Luckily, not a sprint weekend, because sprint weekend, I don't like making predictions for him, quite frankly. Even though I was dangerously close to getting a 4-for-4 out of sprint pole, sprint winner, qualifying pole position, and race winner. I was pretty close. Picked the wrong Mercedes. And that's all we will say about the last race, I think. But Hamilton back at Silverstone, pole position. Mercedes getting that car into a place where it's looking pretty powerful. They understand it a bit more. I feel like Hamilton should have another pole position coming in low-key kind of soon. At least I expect one. Kind of off-guard pole position I expect this season. I expect a Hamilton, and I expect like a Yuki, like a random Yuki pole position at some point. That's what I'm feeling, cooking up. But going into the main race, we got DNF, Goob Noobs, Shy Strive. We got the top 10, second and third, and we got the race winner. I've got no DNF predictions. Nothing was speaking to me, honestly. And my top 10 and predictions like that are already they're already pretty nice. They're pretty sauce. So I'm not gonna go all out balls to the wall, picking 5 different DNFs. That could happen, could not happen. So skipping DNFs today. We've got one Goob Noob, and it's a bit of a freebie, but Sergio Perez. Now this is different actually. This isn't just having a bad race. I don't even think he's gonna get points. Again, this is like the 7th time where I can put Perez low and not really explain myself, and it doesn't really matter. He's just bad. Like, he should be getting points, but if he doesn't, it's like, yeah. Shy Strive also only got one. I've got Alex Albon. I would like him to get points. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna have a good race though. Probably best of the rest. I think he'll finish like ahead of both Astons. Spoiler alert. No Astons in the top 10 at all. No Alonso. I don't know what's going on with that man. He's out of it. He's completely whacked out. He's wigging out. But Albon, I think he'll do the best he can, and that's all I can really ask for him. Now breaking into the top 10, I think this might be the first time I've given Daniel Ricciardo a points finish prediction. I can't think of one. Maybe once beforehand, but I'm 10 for Danny Rick. His form. It's hard to say how good his form is. He was nice last race. It was very good last race. Can that save his seat at the RB family? Who knows? But Danny Rick, why not? I'll start to give him a bit of flowers. Sprinkle him in some top 10s. I think he about deserves it, especially with RB kind of maybe being in the mix. They've had a stinky last 2 races in terms of performance of the car, but we'll chuck him in here for now. 9th, arguably, maybe potentially a bit lower if I'm going for Super Goober predictions, but Nico Hülkenberg in 9th position. This guy is absolutely amazing. 9th shouldn't be too out of the world for him to accomplish by any means. He's driving super well. He'll qualify undoubtedly. Probably Q3 at least. Maybe right outside of it. It's Hülkenberg. He's just beautiful, beautiful man. 8th position. Now this is pretty low. This is very low. I've got Carlos Sainz in 8th, and that's just because I'm not feeling a whole lot of love from Ferrari. I'm not super confident in their confidence in their car. And all their team, their strategists, their engineers, I don't know what is happening in that team. They're having like a mini implosion, which is very upsetting. because they've come so far this season. Carlos and Charles both having a win each, and looking pretty strong for like a fair amount of the season so far. They looked like they were maybe like could have become like the fastest car before like McLaren came along, and like they had a bit of a rough patch. So, very sad. I wouldn't like to see this happen, but wouldn't shock me. Yuki, cheeky little Yuki 7th. He just can't keep having these nowhere, like kind of middling terrible races. Maybe 7th is too high. I can grant that, but he's gonna be somewhere in the mix. He's driven so well for like 8 out of the 12 or 11 races so far, and I would like him to have another banger of a race, or when I make my video, my mid-season kind of catch-up, diagnosing all the drivers and seeing where I think they stand this season. He can finish in that top 7. I think because up until recently, I was absolutely sure that he was a top 5 driver this season. Not too sure if I can like confidently say that, like with my chest, but we'll see. I'm hoping for it. 6th position. Got Chuck, big Chuck Leclerc. Again, I'm sure he'll do the best he can. He had a nightmare race last outing. That was shocking. That's awful. I felt so bad for him, genuinely. He was trying so hard. But Chuck, I'm sure he'll do the best he can. Yeah, he can, but just not a lot of faith in Ferrari. And all things considered, this wouldn't be an awful finish. This is like right outside of like the top teams fighting for that kind of all their positions and everything. It's not crazy, to be honest. It's not like a terrible position. Like Carlos in 8th, that's a bit whack. But if he ended up here, it's not like the end of the world. Max Verstappen 5th, straight into it. I feel like something's gonna come back for him. Granted, I don't think the last incident was completely his fault. I do think he has a good chunk of the blame there. I think about a bunch of bad karmas and come around, swing him, and maybe drop him down a few positions, because 5th is pretty low for Max. It is what he just got, but that's with a collision, and time penalty didn't matter, but sealing the deal. But 5th for Max Verstappen. I think karma's gonna come back around and punch him right in the side of the mouth. Next we got our somehow previous race winner, George Russell. I can't even bear to look him into the eyes without feeling so much pain. George Russell 4th. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it for Mercedes. I think they're gonna have a good outing on the home Grand Prix. I think it's gonna be lovely. G. Russ, he's been great for the past most races, honestly, but maybe particularly like last 4, he's been absolutely amazing. So 4th, fair enough. Why not? Podium wouldn't shock me either, to be honest. But on the podium, I've got Oscar Jack Piastri, with a cheeky little 3rd. I wouldn't even be mad if I put him at a 2nd or 1st. Like, being so close to that race win, similarly to Lando, or different gravy. Maybe he might have that hunger in him. He might get a bit powerful. Obviously, last year, Silverstone, he did amazing. Qualifying very close to Lando. Race pace very close to Lando. But he had the unupgraded MCL 60. And he performed amazingly. So it wouldn't shock me if he outdid Lando in this race. Actually, no. I was actually going to make a last-second swap and swap him around. Because I think last prediction, I was thinking, like, at some point, I'll get to swap him around. Like, Lando, I can't predict Lando to beat him every single race. Alright, next time for sure. But Oscar 3rd, I'm feeling nice about it. He was amazing on Silverstone last year. Why not again this year? Falling off from his pole position, I've got a Hamilton 2nd. I would love to just willy-nilly put him in 1st, but it just isn't what my heart is telling me. My heart is telling me like a Lando win. Like, I'm gonna keep it $150 million. It's gonna be a Lando win. I'm kind of skipping over Lewis. He's gonna have a great race. Love you, Lewis. He's pregnant with his 197th podium or whatever. Lando Norris, he's hungry. I don't think he's gonna let that last race slide. To be honest, I think he's gonna win this. And I think, honestly, it's going to be a sizable gap. I reckon it'll be anywhere from 10 to 18 seconds. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a Max Verstappen-esque race performance gap-wise from second place from Lando. I think it's going to be good. We're going to get some get back for the McLaren boys. And, yeah, hopefully, oh man, if he has another close race, but like whiffs it, because realistically he should have still won one last race. Yeah, and the sprint, to be honest, but yeah. Whew, okay, he's open, but quick little recap. Gerbed outside of the points, I have Sergio Perez. No shock there. Shy driver got Alexander Albon. It is his home Grand Prix. Let's not forget this. Just because he races under the Thai flag doesn't mean that he's not British. And then 10th, Danny Rick. 9th, Hulkenberg. 8th, Carlos Sainz, smooth operator Sainz. 7th, Yuki Tsunoda. 6th, Chuck Leclerc. Max Verstappen coming out of week 5th, kind of fell off. 4th for G. Russ. 3rd, Oscar Jack Piastri. 2nd, Lewis Hamilton. And Lando with the get back on the race winner, top step of the podium, first place. Is what I'm feeling for this outing at Silverstone. And yeah, that's gonna be Uncle. That's gonna be Big Unc. Doing it for tonight. Recording this at a cheeky little 12:15 a.m. instead of the midday of the regular. Thanks for stopping by. Check the description for that good stuff, the socials, all them things. And yeah, hopefully this isn't another shocker for McLaren and for my heart and my predictions, because I can't withstand another punch in the mouth and teeth in mouth like last race. That was absolutely nightmarish. So good night, have a good day, have a good morning, eat your breakfast, eat your greens, drink some water. This is Vilgax Cash Money. Catch me here next time. All love. Peace out, boys, girls, women, men, non-binary. And rest in peace, Pride Month. Yeah, it was a good run.